All right, welcome one, welcome all. This is Football Yarn episode 56, and we witness the end of all the journey, the drama, the AFCON football heritage in Morocco. So much talking points, and finally, it's no news that Senegal are the champions of Africa once again. This will be the second time in almost like 5 years. And I will be doing this alone. It's a full house. Ola is in the building. Mr. Gunners himself. And Lekon is here. 4 bullets. AY is present as well. Active. Guys, end of Marrakesh. Now let's talk club football. But before we talk club football, let's focus on everything that has happened in the AFCON 2026. I also good to have you on board. Lekon, also good to have you on board. Ola, so good to have you on board.
I'm glad to be here.
All right, guys, welcome on board Football Yarn episode 56. Lekon, how you doing now? How was your journey in Marrakesh?
Lekon on the building, man of many inspiration. I talk, I say it. I don't say what I don't mean. I just came back from Morocco. It was wonderful. The Senegalese.
Who asked you if you just go back from Morocco now?
I tell you now. Even I ask question, I tell you, say am I this thing big? I tell you everything. But I don't want to waste time, man. I don't want to waste time today. Move.
How you doing now?
Yeah, it was a very interesting final, and Morocco gave us. I want to believe it was one of the most beautiful AFCON ever. Yeah, because of it felt like we were seeing the World Cup proper. The infrastructure, the media, the picture quality, and everything was so beautiful. It was bad, the antics and all, but it was a very beautiful tournament.
Ola, after the whole holiday, spending your days with Ateta, so good to have you on board. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm glad to be back after like a month sabbatical. And
more than a month.
It's been more than a month. I've missed how many episodes now. So I'm good. I'm very good. I'm so glad to be back after the AFCON and everything. I think I watched the most match of an AFCON tournament in this one. Very, very enjoyable. Very, very kudos to Morocco, actually. It's enjoyable. So it's good to be back.
All right. On podcast, it's kudos to Morocco. But on X, it's a different ball game entirely.
Yeah.
Talk about, because Morocco have hosted the competition. There have been so many talks around how they want to win it because in 50 years, they've never laid their hand on that trophy. But let us pick it up from what happened on Saturday. And, this AFCON has proved another thing to us that this tournament doesn't respect reputation. It's just only about the moment. Let's talk about Nigeria finding peace with penalties after we've been knocked out with penalties against, in our World Cup qualifiers, and we saw Morocco knocked us out in penalties. I mean, does this bring another reconciliation to us about that? Penalty is just a game of luck.
Yeah, penalties, of course, is a game of luck. Sometimes, it's a game, but at the same time, you prepare for it. You don't just go there unprepared and be like, oh, yeah, we can be lucky and get a win. Yeah, something is quite important going to penalties. Let me take the Argentine team, for example. When it is time to, go into penalties, you see the confidence in them. Because number one, they have one of the best goalkeepers when it concerns penalty in Emiliano Martinez. And the players also, you can always feel, the confidence and the zeal and the precision, because there's so much practice in this thing. It takes time. And it takes a little bit of luck. But at the same time, it takes, a team to be well prepared, not flat-footed. This Egyptian team, for example, the last Nations Cup that they got into the final, they were beaten on penalties also. Those penalties they played in that final were atrocious. The same thing against Nigeria. So, obviously, they are a bad team when it comes to penalties. It's not about, this is not about them being unlucky. If Nigeria can beat you on penalties, something is actually wrong with you, because us we have been very poor on penalties. So you can actually feel so much unpreparedness in the way they play the penalties.
All right, we're still coming back to the penalties. So many talking points as regards the penalty part. But quickly, let us quickly talk about the third place match now. I mean, some has come online to talk about the fact that it should be scrapped. If Europeans, competitions, national competition doesn't have third place match, if Asia competition doesn't have third place match, then why is CAF still having the third place match? And looking at the starting lineup for Nigeria, so that there's no certain Iwobi, there's no Sime. I mean, those players were rested. Talks about much how prestigious is the third place match. They continue to share the sentiment as well.
Yeah, I share the sentiment. This is why Jamie Carragher had mouth to be saying what he said the other time. You know, I don't see any needs why we need this or this is needed. You know, obviously you can say that it's not needed because all the let me say all the team are rested, so we don't need it. Who wants to watch? I did not pay money to go and watch that ball. I know. I mean, I'll go and watch. I'll go and watch after what I saw with Morocco. I know go and watch the ball. So who cares? We should scrap it.
No, I don't think they should scrap it. You know why? Because it might not be important to Nigerians, it might not be important to Egyptians because they are the powerhouses of football in Africa. But look at the team. Look at the Botswana, for example. A Botswana team getting into the Final Four. It's a big deal for them. Look at Botswana being the third best team in Africa. Taking the bronze medal. Or look at the team from Seychelles. What are that team? I'm trying to remember Mozambique. So look at all those teams. So it is very important. I don't think it should be scrapped.
Ola, do you share the same sentiments? And looking at the fact that it's the same money for the team that plays the semi-final, same with the team that get the third place position. Of how much important is this third place match in the AFCON?
Actually, personally, I think it's a total waste of everybody's time. That's just it. It's a total waste of everybody's time because at the end of the day, history only remembers the first position. Even the second position, sometimes in some competitions, I struggle to remember who was beaten in the final. So to play the third place position, I think it's a total waste of time and should be scrapped.
All right, still on you. Some has come to talk about the fact that because how prestigious this is, it doesn't hold weight.
Yeah.
And maybe we can articulate this to why Salah and Omar Mamouche, could have played their penalty the way they played. It was just more like an AFCON competition friendly.
Yeah. So like I said, nobody really is interested. You can see that all both teams actually change most of their first team, rested most of their first team players and make sure that those are played less matches played. So it doesn't really carry much weight for the players themselves. The commitment to the match is not as much as when you are playing the semi-final or even the quarter-final or even the round of 16. So I just think it doesn't really carry the weight. It should be scrapped.
But does it not carry enough weight for a team like Botswana, a team like Mozambique, a team where they don't usually have the opportunity, of playing in this tournament, and of course playing in the last four. So you can almost consider those teams because football is about, it's not about the Egyptians of this world alone, the Nigerians of this world. It is extensive to the people of Botswana, to the people of Congo, not the DR Congo, or like Guinea, because if you are scrapping that, then you're reducing the competitiveness of this tournament. Because you're reducing the possibility of these minnows, having a chance at being the bronze winners. So I don't think it should be scrapped.
Well, I think when we look at what you are saying now, if that is the case, I think that will make sense. If you look at the history of third place matches in AFCON, I think Nigeria has won like 9. I have not seen any Benin Republic, any Mozambique winning the third place. So these people will not even get there at the end of the day. So why waste time? If Nigeria will win 9 out of it, so what's the point? So it's still the heavyweight. It's just like a waste of time because at the end of the day, the countries that will win it are the ones that do not really see it as anything because no Nigerian will come out and say we have won third place.
All right, guys, quickly.
Just one point, please. If a team like Zambia, out of nowhere, could win the gold medal, what makes you think a team like Mozambique would one day, grab the bronze medal?
Okay, let's leave this conversation to our audience to judge that. Let's talk about how prestigious is the third place and should it be scrapped. Quickly, let's move on to something prestigious this time around. We saw the final on Sunday, Senegal versus Morocco, and there was a whole lot of pressure, home advantage on Morocco. I mean, we saw how it was as if the whole Africa against Morocco, especially for most of us.
The whole of Africa.
Especially for most of us on on what's it called? On
X.
On X. So let's talk about the first half. For me, I saw a similar save to what happened in the World Cup.
Kolomani.
Yeah, it's a save from Kolomani to Emily Martinez, and the one that happened between Ndiaye and Bono. So, of how much save should we count that? Probably in the next 5 years, we are rating saves.
Yeah, you know what? You know why people still remember the Emiliano Martinez one stats? You know, the save went on to be an important part of Argentine history of winning the World Cup because they went on to lift the trophy. But for Bono, they still went on to lose. So the save won't hold, you know, it won't hold much weight because you know they went on to lose. So people, even if I'm very sure that even not for the fact that we're talking about the save here, so many people have forgotten about it because at the end of the day, Senegal went on to win. If that save had decided, Morocco's fate winning the AFCON, people will still talk about it. I don't think, I don't think it will be in the conversation in the nearest future.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about second half now. Not much drama. I guess the first half, it was looking like a good and officiating. The referee was getting his calls right. Not until Senegal find the back of the net and the goal was not counted. The goal was disallowed. Lekon, do you think that goal should have stood?
Yeah, obviously should have stood. And when we talk about officiating in Africa and officiating in Europe, it looked like Sunday League because the officiating in this AFCON was very poor. Allow the man to score his goal and later on let the VAR do their job. You blew the whistle and it was a goal. It was a clean goal. And it tells you about AFCON that
Ola, let me quickly come to you. Do you share the sentiment this time around?
Yeah, actually, it's actually a goal. It's actually a goal. What I think is the mistake is from the ref. I think he shouldn't have blown before the attacker scored because it's an attack and anything could happen. He should have allowed that phase of play to be completed before leaving it to the VAR. That's why we have VAR for crying out loud. So you should have allowed the line of attack, the phase of attack to be completed. Then we can now call it back and see if it's really a foul or just a tussle between the two players.
All right. And many fans have come out to talk about that. This was the beginning of the chaos we witnessed in that match. Immediately, the referee failed to check the VAR as regards the goal. And when it was time for, when Ruben Diaz was pulled down in the box, of course, obviously, it was a penalty. Yeah. But that's, gave a question mark because what happened in that scene was that it was a certain Hakimi, the captain of the Morocco side, that had to call the ref to check the VAR. And looking at the way that they called the ref attention, they should have got a yellow card. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but let's move away from that now.
Advantage now.
Yeah, now let's move away from that. Let's talk about the penalty itself. I mean, of course, no question mark that it's not a penalty. I can't help but shake the feeling that Diaz played that penalty intentionally because surrounding the whole drama where the the Senegal players had to walk out of the pitch. I mean, and we're still coming back to that, because that's total indiscipline and that's total unprofessional. We agree. But do you guys think that had effect on how, Diaz played the penalty?
Yeah. I think if the Senegalese did not go off of the field, I think Diaz would have scored that goal. They would have scored that penalty. Because that gave him going out of the pitch and coming back in and Medi going to meet him before the penalty, everything gave him pressure. There was too much pressure on him, and on normal day, you are saying it, I will give Diaz the ball, take this penalty for me. Diaz will score. But I don't know, the pressure was just too much and fumbled.
Ayo, this is it. Did you agree that the tension drama, talking about everything that led before Diaz playing the penalty, you saw what happened. Senegal player walking out of the pitch, the Morocco managers talking to Diaz, we don't know what he was saying to his head. Do you think, and the whole drama happening, out of the pitch that, it was not recorded on screen, but it was recorded on X.
Yeah.
the tension in the stadium at that moment. Do you think all this contributed to how Diaz played the penalty? Or probably he played the penalty intentionally that way?
No, you didn't play intentionally. I think that's laughable. I think that is silly to say that, the most important penalty in the history of Morocco, the most important match, a match that could have ended their drought in 50 years, some people are even saying it was out of fair play. I mean, that's absolutely funny. And I think that's absolutely untrue. Because you could see the tension between Diaz and the coach. After I lost the penalty, the coach substituted him a few minutes later, and there was argument, and Diaz was on the bench and he was crying. So are you telling me that a player lost that intention and went on to cry?
Okay. Why do you think we have chosen to play the penalty that way, Panenka?
We've seen players play Panenka, especially at
that crucial stage.
Yes. Pirlo played Panenka. Even Zidane played Panenka in the World Cup final 2006 against Italy. And he scored.
Yeah,
I think players find so much confidence, when the ovation is loud and when there is serious pressure. I think players find so much confidence in playing Panenka because Panenka cools down the whole stadium and, of course, uplifts your teammates, uplifts yourself too. So I think it was deliberate to play that Panenka, but saying he lost that penalty deliberately was stupid for me.
I've watched that video for more than 10 times, different platforms on X, on TV, and I can't just help but shake the feeling that perhaps he played that penalty intentionally that way. Is this being sentimental? Or maybe this is something in the next 20-25 years interview is going to reveal to us what really went down behind the scene.
Well, I think it's not out of thought for us to get the mentality that I can really talk about, even though it's really, really far-fetched, is probably they had an agreement, and they told him that, okay, for fair play reasons or stuffs, you have to try as much as possible not to score this penalty. But I think that's really, really, really far-fetched. Because as Kayomipo said, that penalty, a lot of things injured. I actually have a sympathy for Morocco. Yeah. Because as you said, it's like the whole of Africa. Even not only Africa. Yeah. We have clubs like Everton, clubs like that are really rooting for Senegal. Yes. So it's like the whole of the world against Morocco. And I really feel for them. The pressure was too much. I think the Senegalese walking up the pitch, all the hula baloo that are happening all over the stadium, I think contributed to him losing that penalty, and it's a very devastating something.
Still on you. Now, there has been a bias about how the officiating has been in favor of Morocco. Yeah. And one of the reasons why we had the whole world, the whole African team supporting Senegal is just because is hosting this AFCON a blessing or a burden? Because it's beginning to look like a burden on the Moroccan side right now.
Yeah, that's why I said I have a kind of sympathy for them. Because in history, I think we have only 3 countries that have won the AFCON when they have hosted it in history. Just 3. So it's not as if there is any home advantage that usually work for the host country. But I think the sentiments or the jealousy that is actually on Morocco now is because Morocco football has been doing well in Africa. The Moroccan football. They have been the one hosting, and I can't really blame them because they have the resources. Look at the pitch. I said this is the most matches I've watched of an AFCON because the gameplay, everything is so perfect. So I think they are just jealous, and I think it's unfair. It's unfair of them. Yes, the referee, it's normal. The referee sometimes can have a kind of a home advantage that people them want about. It's not so glaring, it's not so obvious. Apart from the match against Nigeria when the stupid Ghanaian referee, I'm sorry to use that word, but I think it's unfair of them. But they have really done well. They should be proud of themselves.
Lekon, quickly, back to you now. Yeah. Let's talk about the goal. I mean, that was for me, I said, this is atomic bomb shot. Yeah. It made me remember playing that game loved real football. Mm-hmm. And when you just press the whole button
with force.
Like Andrano on PS1.
I was really surprised that the guy did not win best goal of the season
Who's that?
The guy that scored. Yeah, the guy that scored. Yeah.
But I was also
surprised.
I was also thinking about this guy, this Moroccan striker. I've forgotten his name now. He scored one of Ekabi, yeah. He scored one of the most interesting goals in the AFCON. That was a kick. I think that was a very good goal too.
I think they just dish that thing out for any year. I don't see. But the goal was incredible. It was wonderful. It was electric. Let me use that one. Electric. Yeah, that's what I would just say about the goal.
And even after that, we saw Morocco, try to find back of the net. Then Mendy was just there to give answers to their question.
Yeah.
And that's going to be another talking point. The same Mendy, Manchester United still talking about. I mean, how would you have rated Mendy's performance during this competition, especially at the final?
Mendy did well. He didn't play at Manchester United. What I say?
Chelsea.
He played at Chelsea.
Yeah,
Play at Chelsea.
which man did it?
Oh, no, Onana.
Don't go there. No, you put Onana and Mendy for size coalition.
You missed Onana Lekon, didn't you?
No, I don't work for it.
Yeah, so Mendy.
Mendy, he did very well, and this AFCON, he has been solid. He has been incredible. After Bono, I will give it to him.
You won't give it to one body that saved Salah's penalty, saved Omar Mamouche penalty.
What?
You are with him.
See, the thing is, if it had been in this era of Iyama that we had the player save that kind of penalty, it would have made the whole. But probably because it's just one bally. Oh, let's talk about another player that we're interested.
You should do it in the final.
I don't understand.
Not top place.
Sadio Mane. Of how much influence in that guy.
Yeah, it's
in the Senegal team. At some point, he had to play. He had to play the defense line, marking Hakimi down.
Yeah.
I mean, shouting on, and before we got into the studio, I was talking about the fact that when Senegal players were leaving the field, he stood.
Yeah, Mane stood alongside Gueye and one other player. I don't remember the last player, but there were three players.
Sir.
There were three players on the pitch, but Mane was the one ordering the players out.
Legend.
I think that was disgraceful. Honestly, I think that was uncalled for. Because when you look at it, I felt, okay, they felt, and I felt the emotion was intense, and the players felt hard done by the goal that was chalked off. But when you look at it in this sense, if every team feel cheated, should they walk out of the pitch? That's the question.
Right.
They made it seem like it is street football. You don't do that.
I did with them. That's the first time we fight. We won't beat ourselves. I mean, I did with them because if they don't walk out of the pitch, if they don't walk out of the pitch, they won't win.
But I ask you a simple question:
they won't win.
Should every team walk out of the pitch when
Senegal walked out of the pitch?
It was obvious that even in game against Cameroon, against Nigeria, there was the officiating was poor. That was why everybody was against them.
Wait, do you think Senegal walking out of the pitch influenced the game?
Definitely.
Yeah, it did.
So what are you saying?
But yeah,
Did it influence the game?
Influence the game. You have not asked if it's negative or positively. You just said influence the game. I want to run away. Please help me. You did not ask.
Yes or yes?
No. It wasn't professional.
It's not professional. We all agreed.
Yeah.
Did it influence the game?
Yes.
We all agreed.
Now the news that is coming out is that
let's move on, guys. Let's talk about the managers.
Coach.
Let's talk about the managers this time around. Let's talk about the managers that have African coaches who have won this AFCON trophy, and most times we've seen that they are all, homegrown coach.
Yeah.
Talk about Senegal manager Papa Thier that just got it for them. Talk about the one that got it for Côte d'Ivoire in 2023. Mr. Faye. Yeah. Talk about Senegal in 2021. Aliou Cissé. I mean, and our own Stephen Keshi. That's the last manager that got us the trophy in 2013. Mm-hmm. Then I begin to look at the whole stats. Is it not pointing us towards one direction? Probably now winning the AFCON, you must just have your own homegrown manager.
We want to manage.
All right, now we leave that to our fans. All right, we're running up. We need to get out of here. Okay, Leko, how will you summarize your whole summary of the AFCON?
The AFCON, at first it was because I was at Morocco. I told you, I went to Morocco. It was fun to watch. I enjoyed every bit of it. But when it gets to that semi-final, I was heartbroken because I could not eat. So and I feel like it will be a better thing for me to even leave Morocco at the group stage. But they gave me false hope, and I went there. I stood there. I stood with them. We went to the semi-final and everything happened again. So, Toby.
Was heartbroken.
I can't breathe.
Life in Marrakesh, in Rabat. Mr. Wa.
Yeah. I think it's a fantastic competition. Like I said, I'm still talking about. I'm still saying it for the third time. This is the AFCON that I've watched the most match. Even when Nigeria won it in 2013, I don't think I watched so many matches. You know, even this third place match that I said should be scrapped off. I must confess, I watched it. That's how interesting the quality of the pitches. And to be sincere, the quality of the refereeing is not so bad, to be sincere. It's just that, just like I said, we are so biased against Morocco because Morocco is actually doing well.
But the truth is, Morocco was even better than us.
Yeah, they were better than us. They played better than us in that match. Yeah.
But the truth is, the officiating was poor on us.
But were they not better than us? Why would I be officiating?
They were better.
They were better than us.
We did not deserve.
We agreed. Better than us.
We did not
They were
deserve
better
to win
than
that
us.
match.
We agreed.
Let me ask you a question.
Wait, Ayo,
they deserve to go through.
Yes, they do.
No.
Yes,
Anybody could have gone through.
Oh, come on.
No.
Anybody could have
Did the
gone
better
through.
team?
But the
Did
better team actually went through.
Did the better team go through?
If we have met Senegal in the final, Senegal would have beaten us blue and black.
Of course,
You can't say.
we said this in our last episode that we didn't want to face Senegal.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to face Egypt. I will face
We
Egypt.
wanted to face Egypt. And we faced Egypt.
Now I talk.
Morocco gave Senegal a run for their money. Even in that final. Yeah, they gave Senegal a run for their money.
Mr. Ola, now I talk. Now I talk. It's Egypt office.
Nigerians, we had the
No, this is not about
officiating.
Look, what happened
in that game?
now,
We barely created anything.
You were talking about Egypt penalty. And you were talking, you made it seem as if they did not prepare for the penalty.
I didn't make it seem like that.
Because we were talking
I referenced what happened.
How much prepared.
Look, no.
So
when
players play penalty,
when there is a pattern, then you start asking yourself questions.
Come on, anybody could have lost penalty.
Look,
penalty is anyone's game.
Toby, calm down. When it has become a pattern, then there has to be question marks. This is not the first time Nigeria will be losing on penalties, right? We lost to Congo on penalties. Again to Morocco. This Egypt lost. Calm down now. This Egypt lost to Senegal in the final on penalties.
How many years?
Calm down. Most of these players that played then are still here.
Does that define?
It is a pattern.
It's a game of luck now.
It is a pattern.
It's a game of luck.
I understand the line of thought.
It is a pattern.
Because I remember I remember there was a time that English fans were complaining about the English.
You remember the way they were losing penalties?
And we have some countries like Germany. They are very good on penalties. So it could be, yes, it's luck, but I don't think it's 100% luck. Technical ability, confidence, preparedness is also part of it.
Preparation.
Yeah. It's also part of it.
We usually hide around referees, bad decision. There's no ID. There's no abide. It's something obvious.
Call a spade.
Yes. Let's call us.
Were they better than us on the night?
Was the officiating poor on the night?
It was.
Answer that question. Answer the question.
Was the officiating poor?
Hold on.
Answer the.
I'm coming to you. I asked you a simple question the other time.
What you ask me?
You ran away. So you don't have anything to say.
What you ask me?
Let me face you and face you. Don't worry. I'm coming to you.
Performance of 60-40. It's not like they outrun the Nigerian Super Eagles on that night.
Yes, now.
Let me tell you something.
It's not like they outrun.
If the defender, wait, calm down.
And the match got to penalty.
Let me ask you a question. If your defender is your best player on the pitch, then you must ask yourself serious questions. Against Morocco, Kevin Bassey was our best player on the pitch.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know what it tells you.
You ran away from the question. I asked you a question the other time, and you ran away.
What do you ask me now?
Was the officiating poor on the night?
Not entirely. Not entirely. The only problem I had with the referee, and I said it, every 50-50 call, he gave it to Morocco. I said it several times. But then, the reason why we lost was not because of the officiating.
Why did we lost?
We were bad on the night. We barely created a chance.
We're not bad.
We were not better than us.
You can't say we were
the way
bad
we
on the
played,
night,
the way we
and
played,
played a game up
the
to
way we
120
played,
minutes.
the way we played,
We're not bad.
Talk to penalty.
the way we played against Algeria, we played against Morocco.
We could have lost the penalty against Egypt as well.
I told you
We'd have
something.
been a different ball
I
game
told you
entirely.
something.
Does that mean
Compare
Mohamed Salah is a
and that game, I'm sure that if you play that game on a neutral ground, we'll win.
Which
Why
game?
do you have to play on the neutral
game?
ground when there is a
The Morocco game.
Morocco game.
The one you played on
That pressure from Nigeria. That pressure from
the
Nigeria.
one you played on the neutral ground, did you win?
Which one of that?
Against Congo, did you win? Why are you making excuses? Neutral ground, did you
We
win?
played it in Morocco too.
Did you win? They played it in Morocco.
guys? All right, let's move on.
I don't understand why
we can't talk about the AFCON enough. But all in all, just like Ayo said, it's. I mean, let's stop the beef against Morocco.
I don't have any beef against
They
them.
did a wonderful job.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
don't.
Probably the CAF refereeing association just need to sit together. They really need to buckle up. But talk about the graphics, talk about the camera rules, talk about the ambience. It's projected Africa well.
Minus Olise commentary, please.
Yeah,
I beg.
yeah.
I beg. They should not. They should. I thank God. Beg you, calf.
Baba make yours.
Sorry, he's doing a very good job actually.
Okay, yeah.
It's not easy to be on.
It's not easy. Yeah. We love you. We love you.
Alright, guys, that's our package. This is Football Yarn. Now, football with the yarn. We know the words.
You know the needs.